If you're anything like me and you coasted through high school by dumb luck alone, you're probably going to be in for a shock when you get to university and you realize that you have to actually pay attention in class and review the content if you want to do well. This means that you need to learn how to take notes, and you need to learn how to do it well. Note-taking directly correlates to academic success, and a lot of us weren't properly taught how to take notes. Or maybe it's that my generation just consists of a lot of children with untreated ADHD, but regardless, we need to learn how to take notes. So today, I'm going to walk you through the best note-taking methods to help you succeed in university. Let's start with the age-old question: digital or handwritten notes? There are a lot of studies that show that handwriting your notes actually helps you to retain the information. I even had a professor tell me that he noticed that students who handwrite their notes perform better in class than students who type them out. That being said, let's be realistic here. If you're desperately trying to scribble down notes from your professor who's talking at 100 miles per hour, you're probably not going to retain the information, and the notes are probably going to be illegible. So the answer here is that there's no correct answer. I know that's anticlimactic, but handwriting or typing notes are both completely fine. If the thought of handwriting your notes makes you wonder why you decided to go to university and consider dropping out, just type them. All that matters is that you have the notes and that you're able to review them at a later date. We're pretty lucky when you think about it to live in a technological age, as long as you ignore the impending robot takeover that's eventually going to happen. But there's a lot of great note-taking software out there. If you have a tablet and you prefer to handwrite, there are a lot of great apps on Android and iOS that you can download and use. My personal favorite is GoodNotes. There's a free version of the app, but I would recommend purchasing it because you can access unlimited storage, the option to record audio, and AI features. This isn't sponsored either, but if anyone from GoodNotes sees this, feel free to hit me up. For those of you who decide to type, you can of course stick to the classics like Microsoft Word and Google Sheets. But a website that's been a huge game changer for me is Notion. I'm not kidding when I say that I organize my entire life on here. It's really versatile and can be helpful for a lot of things, but specifically for notes, it has a lot of pre-made templates that are fantastic. As you can see, it conveniently sets it up to organize all of your notes based off of date or class. So this is great for us lazy students who want to put in as little effort as possible. Organizing your notes is another really important component. We've all seen those TikTok girlies whose writing is so beautiful that you wonder why they haven't yet become professional calligraphers. And if that's your jam, totally fine. That's great. I'm not entirely sure why you're watching this video, but you do you. Start with your main topic and use bullet points to build off of that with your subtopics. Highlight important phrases and words that are likely to show up on a test, and add definitions for words or theories that you might not understand. If you're spending hours trying to make sure your notes are aesthetic enough to be viewed in an art museum, you may run out of time to actually study the content. The last thing I want to note here is that this is all completely pointless unless you're actually reviewing the notes that you're taking. If you implement these strategies, that's great, but if you're not reviewing the content and completely forgetting that they've existed, then what's the point in doing it? We're not doing this for fun here. We're doing this so that you don't flunk out of university and waste all your hard-earned money. Ideally, you would review your notes daily after class, but let's be real, that's not realistic for a lot of us. We have busy lives. So what I try to do is review my notes once a week, usually at the end of the week. That way the material is still somewhat fresh in my mind, but it's not so constant that it's overwhelming. I know that too might seem like a lot, but believe me, it will save you so much stress in the future when you're not last minute cramming 4 months worth of content right before your final exam. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, comment your favorite note-taking tips and tricks below. And I'll see you next time.